Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Hello and good morning, everyone. This is Grumpy Old Gamer coming to you today with a new game that just launched, actually a little bit earlier than it planned. It wasn't supposed to come out till 1 p.m. today, but when I got up at about 5 a.m. it had just started, and it's about 7 a.m. now. I've been playing with my settings and getting everything going good, but welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance. I want to give you a little back history on this game. I believe it was a Kickstarter from, I believe, an independent company. So I guess this does count as an indie game, but it did have a very successful Kickstarter from what I understand. And it is touted as being Skyrim with the storytelling of The Witcher 3. And the setting is actually based in medieval Europe with real settings. From what I understand, if you can go in the game to a rock quarry and take a look around, you can go in the real life to that rock quarry in real life, and the settings and everything does look very similar and very realistic. So this is touted as being the first realistic RPG, historically based RPG to come out. So this is kind of a first. We'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be a very in-depth RPG, and I'm going to try to do a Let's Play playthrough all the way through. So let's get into the game and let's see how it goes. Thank you for watching. If you get a chance, please follow, like, and subscribe and all those good things down below, and you will find out about more episodes as I slowly work my way through the game. Hopefully all my settings are good, and let's get into the game. Thank you very much. I already tested out the sound settings a little bit. I've adjusted the sound of the game and the voices down just a little bit so I can talk over it a little bit, and hopefully you can hear me clearly. The mic did sound a little soft, but I've got it up as loud as I seem to be able to get it. I just looked around in the game through the first scene just a little bit to test the mic settings basically. So the continue button is highlighted, but let's get into a new game and check this out. Basically, in this game, I'm going to just go ahead and pretty much in the first episode, I'm just going to stream everything as you see it with no to little editing, so you can check out the game at first. But in later episodes, hopefully, I will be doing quite a bit of editing to take out the dull and boring parts.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Quest started, unexpected
A
visit.
fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Okay, by means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you will select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be further developed without limitations. So let's see. What should I stick my initial characteristics into? Speech, agility, vitality, or strength? I definitely think I want some speech. So, let's go with speech first.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and, well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Alright, for the secondary trait, should I go with more speech? Maybe some agility, vitality, or strength? I think maybe I better go with a little agility.
No, it's just... Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Objective started, go to your father. Now, I do understand there is actually hunting in the game, a hunting skill, so we might be able to get the archery up and go do some hunting later in the future. Let's see. Let's do I'm hungry.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
And let's see. Have my friends been here?
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. What should I say? My friends aren't drunks. I didn't say drugs. My friends aren't drunks.
Matthew and Fritz aren't drunkards.
I never said they were, did I? And if I really minded you going for a beer with them, I'd have put a stop to it long ago. I was young once too, you know. And your father was no angel when he was in Cuttenberg.
Of course he wasn't.
You don't believe me? Ask him yourself.
All right, I will.
You're not a boy anymore, Henry. You're a man, and it's time to start acting like one. Yesterday you promised your father you'd help at the forge. If you made yourself useful now and then, I wouldn't mind your mischief-making so much.
Let's see. Is Pa angry at me?
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
And let's ask Ma if she needs any help.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Okay, well I guess we've said everything we can say to Mom. Let's go on out and help Dad at the forge. You move around using WASD. You can also sprint with the left shift, jump with the space, and walk with the caps lock. Okay, you can interact with the world using E, and I did not read all of that. It went a little away before I finished it, but I think I got the general gist of it. Let's look around the house. Oh, Mom must have just went outside. Oh, there's food on the table. Pick up the cheese with an E.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Alright, now how do I get into my inventory to eat? I hit I. Cheese. E to eat the cheese. Let's eat some cheese. Okay, I think, let's see. Now, did that do anything for any of my bars? I don't see a bar. Is there a food bar or anything in this screen? It doesn't seem to be. Health, energy, melee weapons, head armor. It looks like I have 2 points in speech and 2 points in agility. And it looks like, I think the yellow bar is my food bar. It looks like it filled up now. So let's go on out and find Pa at the forge. Oh, here's the cellar or the storeroom. Oh, there's Ma. Let's see if we can talk to her again, see if she says anything.
Is everything all right, son?
Looks like I've already said everything I need to say to her.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Looks like I need to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. I just ate that cheese. Which bar is the food bar? I thought it was the yellow bar, but I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and eat some more cheese. Okay, I ate all the cheese. And I don't see any difference in any of the bars, so we'll see what bar is exactly, or the food bar is maybe a little later in the game. Now we know this is the forge because we saw Mom stop at it on the way, so let's go on up here and see what Dad's up to. You discovered grindstone. Let's just watch Dad work here for a minute and see how it looks. It looks pretty cool so far.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Persuasion. Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You got the little voice symbol here. You can simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have with him at that moment with the person you're talking to. The little crown with the heart. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference how people respond to you. The crossed sword symbol. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. But other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothes. There's a stacked up money symbol. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping. See trade and haggling. And the bottom thing looks like a guy on a horse. In special cases, you can try any of Henry's other skills. Example, horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what Henry is going to say. But different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned a universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icon. You can always You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well or if you're skilled at reading people. Learn the perk Empathic. Okay, that's a good tip to know. Your money, the amount you have to pay. Okay. It's not just about stats, though. The outcome is influenced by other factors. Example, your reputation, whether you're dirty or bleeding, etc. If you can't outdo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first and then he will be easier to persuade. Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. Total speech skill. Level of your reputation with your counterpart, and then the guard is a question mark. Total charisma skill and total strength skill. Okay. Let's see. I had to do something. Sorry, I wanted to have a look around, and I won't be ordered around. Well, I don't think I won't be ordered around with like the intimidation of my strength and stuff's gonna affect my pa too much. My social standing from my clothes and stuff's probably not gonna impress him too much either. So let's go with speech, because I did train speech a little bit and say I had to do something.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? Not Drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Objective completed, go to your father. Most of the quests can be... Oh, objective started. Buy a bag of charcoal at the market, collect the debt from Kunesh, pick up the crossguard, and I didn't see the fourth one. I gotta be a little quicker when I'm reading, it looks like. Alright, let's see. That was money, so I guess we gotta find Kunesh first to get the money. Find information about the quest in the log. So J is the log, and for clarity they are also indicated on the map, M, as well as the compass at the top of the screen. Okay, quests and journal. Alright. Alright, let's check the journal. Unexpected visit. Go to the sword fighting lesson. Buy a bag of charcoal at the market, collect the debt from Kunesh, pick up the crossguard at the castle, and buy ale at the tavern. So let's see, yesterday's lesson. Okay, let's see. Unexpected visit. We finally got some fine spring weather, but still I slept late in the morning because I was out celebrating until late in the evening. It was a bit hard getting out of bed in the morning. In the end, the bright sunlight woke me. With a little help from my parents, I went to help Father in the forge, as I'd promised him the day before, but first he wanted me to run some errands for him. So I guess the the black ones are ones we've already completed. The red ones are things to do. I started getting some training in sword fighting from a mercenary who turned up in Skalitz recently. Father and mother mustn't find out. For some reason, they don't want me to learn to defend myself. I got a bit of a cut in yesterday's lesson, though. We're supposed to meet by the alehouse again today. I have to go to the market and buy charcoal for Father for the forge so we can finish the sword for Sir Radzig. And here's the one I want to work on first. Great, I've got to get the money for the other things from Kunish, who owes Father money. He's too soft on that drunk. I suppose he feels sorry for Kunish since his wife ran off, but I'm damned if I know how I'm supposed to get money out of him. So let's go to the sea on the map for Kunish. Okay, it looks like it's off to the left. Let's go find him now. Here's Kunish doing some chopping of some wood, it looks like. I guess every character in this game has the work they do and a daily schedule and things like that. So, like, I could follow Kunish here around until he went to the tavern. There's a lot of different options to complete your quests, from what I understand. But let's just go ahead and talk to him right here and see what goes on.
God be with you, Kunish.
What do you want?
Father sent me for money.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Pay for the tools, at least.
You know you owe Father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Alright, let's see. I don't really want to tell him to expect a visit from Father. I really don't want to threaten him too much either, so let's go with speech, because I did train speech, and tell him debts must be paid and see if that'll work off. Down here I can look at my skills. I've got a skill of 2 in speech, and we don't know what Kunish is. And we also have skill of 2 in strength. So, but let's go ahead and do debts must be paid.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Alright, well, that failed. Combats. Looks like left button is slash, strong, slower strike with weapon, hook, strong, slower, hand strike to the head. The right button is a stab, faster, weaker weapon strike, or a jab, direct blow to the face. F is kick. Alright, this is going to be a little more complicated than I thought. F is kick. Tab is to lock onto opponent. Left shift is to unlock. Q blocks and holds the weapon in defense. Choose attack direction using up and down and left and right with the mouse. You can't attack from a grayed out direction. Opponent. This indicator shows roughly how much health your opponent has left. The more wounded he is, the slower he'll attack and react. When the end is near, he may either try to flee or surrender. Your wounds. Icons that notify where you're wounded and if you're bleeding. Health. If you cover yourself badly and your armor is weak, strikes will wound you. Heavy wounds will lead to bleeding, and bleeding will lead to death. The more your health is depleted, the lower your maximum stamina. Stamina. Okay, stamina is the yellow bar. It wasn't the food bar I was thinking. If an opponent strikes, hits you, armor, or blocks it, it will cost you stamina. When your stamina is completely depleted, you won't be able to defend yourself and will be wounded. Attacking will also deplete your stamina, especially when wielding a heavy weapon. Alright.
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
Boy, foul language. Well, I guess I got beat. You can always see the health in the red bar on the lower edge of the screen. The level of health also determines the maximum level of stamina, so it's always good to heal yourself. Henry routinely heals himself up with the aid of food and sleep, and I did not read that all again. I gotta get a little quicker on my reading, but I did see that it said to go to Mom to get patched up. So I guess we're a mother's boy. Let's go find Mom and let's get patched up, but I'm gonna have to find another way to get the money out of this guy. Probably would help to go to the sword fighting lesson a little bit, maybe. That guy, that old drunk, kicked my ass. He gave me a resounding beating, so I guess I failed my first combat pretty good. You can still see the red tinges around the edge from being beat up, so let's go see Mom, see if she can help.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. You won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new. You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Go to Mother, she'll patch you up. Objective completed. Did I get any more? No, it looks like I'm just healed up. Well, let's see. That failed. Let's try going to the sword fighting meeting. I don't have any money, I don't think, to buy the stuff I need, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit better at fighting and go back to that old drunk. Check the journal and go to the sword fighting lesson is B. And where is B? Okay, B is down in the town and slightly to the right. So let's head down into the town. Boy, I feel embarrassed. I got my ass kicked in the very first mission here. Hopefully this is not indicative of how this entire Let's Play is gonna go, because that could be kind of sad. I do know one thing I've heard is that you are not an overpowered superhero in this RPG. You are just a regular human, and at the beginning you have very little skills, and you eventually don't get to be superhuman, but you do get to a point where you can maybe get a little bit better with your skills. Is this the guy? No, here's the guy.
Hey, Pip, do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Suit yourself.
Combat
Hail
Master
to the hero.
Vanek.
So you haven't changed your mind about learning the craft of warfaring? Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Alright, let's try this.
Yes?
Alright, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Well, where's the sheepfold? Let's just follow him. We'll follow him to the sheepfold and then we can probably do our practice. And as I remember, to walk is the caps lock, so I just hit the caps lock and then I'm walking slowly behind him instead of running and stopping every few seconds like I started there. Boy, look at these sheep, look at the grass, look at the trees. Oh, the smoke. This game is just wonderful. You discovered Combat Arena.
So, can we get started?
Yes, we can.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with a
Quest started sword tutorial.
Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
In combat, you are locked onto an opponent. You can move around him using A and D. You can unlock with I missed it.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Weak attacks, stab. Weak attacks tend to be faster and more precise at the cost of force. Stabs can be aimed at the face or at the body.
All right. Good. Now you... Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Now you're...
You can chain your strikes together, start a new attack as soon as the previous attack ends. You can chain the attack zone or just chain the strikes one another. Press left mouse or right mouse after your sword hits your opponent.
Now you're getting it.
The players... Uh-oh.
All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Alright, let's walk around. I could see that, like, the screen was getting lighter as I was hitting a lot. I believe that was my stamina going down. This game, I think, is going to be a little more tricky than some of the other games I've played. Alright, let's see. Let's check our journal and see what we can do next. Kunish doesn't want to pay up, and it seems he's got no coin anyway. Oh well, I'll just have to take back the things he didn't pay for, or find some other way to get the money he owes. I can't just let it go. Maybe I could sneak into his house and take back the things, maybe. Optional. Try to get the axe, hammer, and nails back another way. Let's try that. What was that? That is... It looks like L, so let's try that. Okay, what was it I had to get? Axe, hammer, and nails. Let's wait till he goes away and we'll take the axe. Oh, he's using the axe. Let's look for the nails and the hammer.
Jesus, look where you're going.
If you steal, make sure no one sees
Now
you. But
is
even
8
selling
o'clock,
the loot isn't easy.
13th
You
of
might get away
February,
with selling a stolen
2018.
apple, but word will get round if you steal something valuable. And traders will recognize you. Uh-oh, I think he realizes the axe is gone. He's in his house, so I don't think I can get anything out of his house. Let's go back out to his shed. Let's wait for him to come out of his house, and we'll sneak in his house, see if we can find the nails and the hammer. I guess we could just try to go into his house while he's in there, but let's wait for him to come out. Oh, here's the hammer. Well, actually, this is probably more of a mallet than a hammer. It doesn't seem to be coming up. Oh, there he is. Discovered a trader. Okay. Trying to see if I can find a hammer or the nails somewhere outside here. Some nettles. Huh, let's gather some nettles. Gathered some nettles. Now, I do believe this game has a robust alchemy system, so, and you can brew all kinds of such things, so that should be pretty interesting later when we get into this more. Tub of water. I'm in a private area. Let's not get caught.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
A lockpick. Not sure I want to pick his chest yet. Let's see if we can find this hammer somewhere. Close the door behind me. I think I got away with stealing the axe, but I'm not finding the hammer. I guess I could poison him.
Be off now. You don't belong here. Hey!
Are you deaf?
One beating wasn't enough for you?
But you still owe my father.
You'll get nothing from me. Tell that to your old man. I'm telling you, lay one finger on me and I'll have you thrown in jail. Be off now. You don't believe something the matter.
I didn't see the hammer, and I got caught. I wonder how bad that probably does for my reputation. Well, I think this is about time to end this first episode. I have failed at recovering Father's money. I did get into the sword fight tutorial with the mercenary, which ended up pretty good. But I did recover the axe, but I have not found the nails, nor have I found the hammer. Let's look in here through the current inventory. I'll just have to take back the things he didn't pay for or find some other way to get the money he owes. I can't just let it go. I guess I could rob him or something. Kunish has a locked chest at home. There might be something in it I can take in lieu of his debt. But to get into it, I'll need a lockpick. Maybe Fritz has one. All right. Let's see. Well, thank you all very much for tuning in. This has been Grumpy Old Gamer. I want to thank you for watching my first episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Gonna go ahead, I don't think I can save it here, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode, and we'll go ahead and continue forward later in the future. I think I probably wasted about a good half hour wandering around and fighting with this drunk. So hopefully you'll want to see some more of this RPG, and come back along, like, follow, and subscribe down below. And this is Grumpy Old Gamer. We'll see you later, and remember, good gaming.